Alex Polizzi is an award-winning hotelier with over 20 years' experience of working in the world's most luxurious hotels. Born into the legendary Forte hotel dynasty, she's on a crusade to transform Britain's most desperate hotels and B&Bs.
How can you be so arrogant and so conceited as to think you can just walk in and start running a hotel?
From outrageous owners...
Well, I think Jane's completely deluded.
If I could have your attention, everybody!
to dodgy decor...
Oh, man we mock. Need I say more?
Nothing escapes the hotel inspector's beady eye.
Who's responsible for that?
Sally.
Bullshit. Whose fault is it?
Mine.
Thank you.
Or her quest for perfection.
You're polishing a turd, Jonathan.
This week, the hotel inspector gets a rude awakening.
Look at this. I have never seen anything this explicit. There's just too much stuff. There's an enormous amount of nudes all over the house.
That's artistic. They are showing...
They are naughty.
Bosom.
It's like sort of...
Oh, they are too.
Gosh, well, it's very pink. But you have to make a man feel like he's not waking up in Barbara Cartland's underwear. The whole household's completely barking mad.
Hell.
So you're doing all this work and you're not making any money.
How silly.
Glangrwyney Court is an 8-bedroom guest house nestling in the foothills of the Black Mountains in Wales. It's been the home of Christina Jackson and her husband Warwick for almost 20 years.
Hello, Glangrwyney Court.
14 years ago, Christina retired from a career in banking to open up the family home as a B&B.
For a standard double room, the price is £75 per night, and that's including breakfast for 2 people. We bought it as our home, and the business only evolved afterwards. I just lurched along and thought how wonderful when people came to stay. And so, yeah, I didn't have any aspirations. I just wanted it to keep happening, and I still do.
Once daughters Rachel and Rebecca joined the staff, the B&B became a family business.
So I've got 2 good right-hand girls. So, yeah, the hard work side of it, the girls do. I do wash up and carry things, and I do the shopping. I'm good at that.
The top-rated 5-star B&B has a reasonable occupancy rate of 57%, but the business has still struggled.
It's probably making us the exact opposite to millionaires.
We've never made a profit. We've only just managed to keep going through the business, keep the maintenance going.
I wouldn't describe myself as a businesswoman at all. And I'm ashamed to say that, but I think that's probably true.
And when husband Warwick retired as a gynecologist last year, a dire financial situation got a lot worse.
At the moment, we are losing money each week.
With mounting debts, the family are at risk of losing both their business and their home.
We can't imagine, living anywhere else.
We will be devastated and have to acknowledge that we must give up and move.
Things must change, and fast. Christina has called upon expert hotelier and troubleshooter Alex Polizzi to help turn the failing business around.
I feel as though I need a good talking to and somebody to tell me exactly how to do it. It's the confidence that I need. Hello, Alex.
Alex,
pleased to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, I'm really pleased, and thank you for coming.
Before Alex can begin her investigation at Glangrwyney, she needs to establish just how bad things are for Christina.
So the first question is an easy question. Why did you invite me here? What do you need from me?
I really need help with telling me how to manage things, because I feel as though I'm totally ineffective at managing the financial side. I think I've got less of a grip than I should have.
The price of a double goes from £75 to £95,
Yes.
doesn't it? Mm. So you seem to me on the cheap side. Straight away. So for tomorrow, I would like you to give me the number of room nights you sold over the last year.
Sure, because I always keep a record of those rooms.
I need to know what your breakfast costs to put on a table. I assume you've got guest amenities in the bedrooms.
Yes.
What they all cost you to put in the room.
Right.
That's just to start with.
By tomorrow.
If it's possible.
Alex believes all owners should have figures like these at their fingertips.
I'm just shocked that the years have passed and passed and passed, and you've left it get to kind of this state.
Yes. It's just it being too laid back.
So, unless things change, how long do you think the business can go on the way that it's going at the moment?
I think that unless things change, the business will only probably go on for another year or so, and then I think we will be in difficulty. And that means our home as well as the business disappearing.
To survive, Christina will need to get a grip on her costs. Alex has set her some homework for tomorrow. The hotel inspector will stay the night. Christina has put her in the most expensive of her 8 rooms, the West Wing, priced at £95.
Come in, Alex.
Gosh, this is lovely.
Oh, well, I hope you'll be comfortable in here.
Thank you.
This is normally our wedding suite. I think everything is self-explanatory. Bathroom's here to the left.
Lovely.
Robes behind the door.
OK, thank you.
Jolly good. See you
Thanks,
later.
Christine.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't particularly like the ornaments, but the main first impression is an overwhelming one of just too much furniture. There's 1, 2, 3 chairs, a sofa, a chaise longue and an armchair. And personally, I find it a bit odd for a honeymoon suite to have a cot with a doll in it. But on the plus side, compared to most of the places I stay in, it's rather luxurious.
Next, the bathroom.
There's not one space to put something down. There's lots of bits of china and glass. It's actually just not fit for purpose. It's not practical. There's just too much stuff.
The hotel inspector continues her exploration.
Gosh, well, it's very pink. It's a shame because she's actually got very nice pieces of furniture, but it's really claustrophobic. And I find her taste for nudes rather strange. I don't find them offensive, but I'm sure some people who stay here would rather that they weren't there.
The nudes may raise a few eyebrows, but Alex's next discovery could raise a lot more than that.
Look at this. I must say, in all my time looking around guest accommodation, I have never seen anything this explicit. And I really don't think it's appropriate. Amusing for me, but completely inappropriate.
Downstairs, Christina is feeling anxious.
I feel really bad about all the things that I do wrong, but she's given me some homework to do, so I'll do my best to do that.
But will Christina's efforts make the grade?
I took my homework to bed and failed. I should have known all this already.
Stop burying your head in the sand and realise that there are some very tough decisions to be made. But I feel like shaking you, Christine.
"14 years ago, Christina Jackson and husband Warwick turned their family home in South Wales into a 5-star guest house. But the B&B is making a loss and its future looks bleak. Without a change of direction, the Jacksons' days at Glangrwyney are numbered.
We can't imagine, living anywhere else. So we dread the thought of that. It really is vital that we stay here.
In a last-ditch bid to keep the business alive and stay in her home, Christina has called on the hotel inspector, Alex Polizzi. She's already identified problems, titillating decor and a bewildered owner.
My weaknesses are that I think I don't have enough basic knowledge of hotelling, managing.
I had the best night's sleep I can remember. In fact, so good that I've just checked the pillows to see what they're made of. I had a really good hot bath. The guest information's great. She's missing a trick, you know. This is worth much more than the paltry sum she's charging, and I've really got to work with her on her confidence about her product.
Overseeing the breakfast is Christina, and as usual, she isn't feeling confident.
Well, I slept fine, except the fact that I went to sleep quite late because I took my homework to bed and failed. I'm hoping she'll be forgiving. Well, girls, Alex will be down soon, and so be poised, ready.
It's not often that you have breakfast in a bed and breakfast and you have silver milk jug, silver sugar bowl, salt and peppers. We know now what Christine's philosophy of decorating is, which is basically more of everything. But the room's really pretty.
Having still not found out the figures she should have known, Christina tries to get ready for Alex.
At the moment, I'm just double-checking on my rooms, the occupancy for 2008.
Despite a previous career in banking, numbers are not her forte.
It's taught me that I should have known all this already. But I've just happily sort of cruised along, handing it over and letting it happen. That must be something to do with my predicament.
Alex takes the opportunity to talk to Rachel and Rebecca, Christina's two daughters, who work for her at the guest house.
Can I come in? Yes. What would you like to happen to this business?
I think we'd like to know what will happen so that we can plan our future as well, because we can't make any plans until we know whether we're going to be staying here and making a go of it or whether it's just not going to work.
It's clear to the hotel inspector that the demise of this B&B won't just affect Christina. The last family member Alex has to speak to is Christina's husband, Warwick. She tracks him down within Glangrwyney's 37 acres of grounds.
You must be Warwick.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Alex,
So nice to meet you, Alex Polizzi. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
So, what do you think is the biggest problem here?
I think it's mainly financial, really. We need some financial advice, so we need to look at the cost of everything, really.
Also, you do have a lovely house, but you have a lot in it, so that makes me think that she may be a bit of a shopper.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can see you've thought this already.
Well, I have thought it, but
have you
as I say, I have said things like that, but how dare I, sort of thing. So I don't interfere too much.
It's time for Alex to get the results of the homework and tackle Christina with her findings.
I have managed to produce for you the figures on occupancy.
Very good.
For 2007 and 2008.
Lovely.
For 2007, we sold 2,346 rooms, and for 2008, 2,377.
And then the breakfast?
They have priced the total food bill for one room, two people, at just below £10, and that's £9.68.
Toiletries for the room?
Toiletries are £3.80p.
So the most interesting thing that we can start by doing straight away is working out what your average room rate is. Mm-hmm. You have the income that you have from your rooms.
Yep.
Divide that by the number of room nights you sold, which in 2008 was 2,377.
Yep.
And that shows your average room rate was £58.
Yes.
Before you take away £10 for breakfast for two people, before you take away £4 per basket of toiletries, less the £7 for heat and light, less the £4 for advertising, and that's £33. That's before you've done labour, phone, all the other expenditures that are here.
I think you're beginning to tell me the answer.
You've got to raise your average room rate.
But I think that I've been averse to doing that because I think it will lessen the trade, I suppose, and stop people
At the
coming.
moment, you're working at a loss, so you're doing all this work and you're not making any money.
How silly.
It's a bombshell. After accounting for discounts and her costs, Christina is making a loss of £10 every time she sells a room. The next problem, the amount of clutter around the B&B.
You've got lovely rooms and they're decorated to a very high order, but I have to say that there's stuff absolutely everywhere. Every inch of the place is covered. Now, I would like you to make the house a bit more marketable. Now, part of that is making sure that everywhere there's a surface where you can put something down. The rooms are very feminine, which are nice. They're in your style, fine, fair enough, it's your house. But you have to make a man feel like he's not waking up in Barbara Cartland's underwear. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I must say, too, that there's an enormous amount of nudes all over the house.
That's artistic.
There's a slightly extraordinary...
I know what you're going to talk about. I didn't really realise what it was. I just thought it was rather a nice shape. And then I brought it home.
It's slightly odd to have in a commercial property.
Fine.
So I
will put it away.
By stripping out the more interesting quirks in Christina's decor, Glangrwyney can appeal to a wider customer base. Alex's final point is Christina herself.
But you've got a lovely product. You don't seem to understand what a lovely product you have here.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that we're offering a reasonable service.
Yes, but I feel like shaking you, Christine, because you have to have more confidence in what you're doing.
Right.
You have got to square your shoulders, stop burying your head in the sand, and realise that there are some very tough decisions to be made. I want you to think about this as your business, not just as your home.
I will try. Talking to Alex and having her opinion on things has opened my eyes and made me realise that we haven't been pricing things realistically or running the business on the right basis at all. But I have to be brave and put the advice into operation.
Rather than get frustrated at Christina's ineptitude, the hotel inspector wants to build her confidence.
I hope that today will be the beginning of my becoming a businesswoman.
A few days later, Christina and ex-gynaecologist husband Warwick confront the clutter.
There we are. I know that I do have to clear some spaces because she did say that it was difficult in some rooms for people to put down their toilet bags and their toiletries, basically. Oh, dear.
No, yes. I can put that
There's
there.
only room for mine.
Okay. There were too many objects on useful surfaces.
I might have to move something. I think we'll have to come to the conclusion that revision is required.
Alex was particularly concerned about the adult nature of some of the collection.
I was only a bit surprised because she thought I had quite a lot of erotica dotted about, which I really construed as being art. That's definitely not in the best of taste for the landing.
Yeah.
It is quite artistic. So you could have it for your cufflinks.
No, I think that will go somewhere else, Chris. Definitely.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh.
Yes. Well, these are the pictures in question, aren't they? They're sort of saucy 1920s.
What the butler saw, just like you said.
What the butler saw, sort of thing, yeah.
I think they should go.
I wouldn't say they're offensive, but if you think so.
Well, they are naughty because they are showing
they are naughty.
Bosom.
It's like sort of...
Oh, they are too.
But the survival of Glangrwyney hangs on more than merely pruning the ornaments.
Since she's left, we've worked out exactly our expenditure on everything. It was a very worrying exercise. It's just brought home to me the fact that we've been doing it for so long and not making it pay.
As a way of immediately increasing revenue, Alex wants Christina to up her room rates.
I just don't have a great deal of confidence about pricing it higher because I feel as though I will perhaps lower my occupancy if I put the prices up.
Alex has still got a long way to go in persuading Christina. She's asked her to conduct some market research.
This afternoon, she rang round all the local hostelries.
I got a really bad line.
And just to find out what they are charging.
Oh, hello, good afternoon. Could I speak to somebody about your tariff, please?
And that was a big eye-opener, actually, because it's something she doesn't do. Mainly because they might recognise her voice. I think she's afraid of doing that.
Oh, hello. Could I possibly ask you about some prices, please? 150. Thanks for your help. Bye-bye. Well, it has been very interesting. It has shown that our pricing is probably out of order, really.
The next stage in convincing Christina is to confront her with how low her prices are. Alex has sent her and Warwick away for a night at a rival hotel, targeting a similar market.
Hi, yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Jackson, is it?
Absolutely, yes, thank you.
Craggy Noss Castle has 25 ensuite rooms. The most expensive is the bridal suite at £134, almost £40 more than the equivalent at Glangrwyney.
Fair size. Used to be the original chapel when Adelina passed.
Oh, yes. The Gothic windows. Nice and warm, isn't it?
That's all checking them for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
cheers,
Mark,
darling.
very much indeed. Thanks. Well, it's very nicely done. It's very fresh, isn't it? And clean. Nice looking bed. You can test that. Well, they certainly haven't got lots of ornaments in the way that I have.
No, it's got clear surfaces, lots of surfaces.
I find that a little bit unsettling.
Television looks as though it's a little bit hidden there.
Oh, yes.
Behind the curtain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That might be difficult to watch. I don't know that it compares to my rooms, really, in the way that I would like it to, for that much money.
Well,
Let's have a look in the bathroom. Oh, yes.
This is grand.
Oh, wow.
Very grand.
What a lovely room. I think that they've done a lovely job in here, but I do think that they could offer a little bit more in the way of robes
facilities
and
like
bath sheets.
robes and bath
Yes.
sheets, yeah.
Definitely makes you feel that we could justify
Definitely.
putting up our prices. No, let's have another look in here.
Alex's experiment seems to be having the right effect.
Bye-bye.
I feel that really our rooms offer more than the room that we did stay in. So that was an eye-opener for us, I think. I just need a really good push to make myself able to feel like trying, raising the prices.
Christina's no longer in the dark about her pricing, but has she seen the light?
I'm going to keep on hammering this into you because you understand how much money you're losing a month.
Deep in the heart of the Black Mountains in Wales lies Glangrwyney Court, an 8-bedroom family-run guest house. Losing thousands of pounds every month, owners Christina and Warwick Jackson are struggling to save the business and their home.
Although I don't want my home to feel like a business, it's about time I started to make it run like a business.
I think she's got to realise she's got to be making a profit out of it. Otherwise it's going to fall, and we would dread that.
Enter Alex Polizzi. All Christina's hopes now rest with the hotel inspector. Alex found out Christina is losing £10 on every room she sells. To persuade her to increase her rates, the hotel inspector got her to stay at a comparable but pricier hotel.
I don't know that it compares to my rooms, really, in the way that I would like it to.
1 month since her first visit, Alex is back to see if Christina has followed any of her advice.
Customer information. Prices at Glangrwyney have remained the same since January 2007, and as a result of rising costs from 1st of April 2009, we will be introducing our new tariff array. And indeed, prices have gone up about £20, it looks like. Good. So, how did you feel after your visit to Craigie Noss?
Yes, I thought the room was perhaps not as luxurious as our rooms, for that price. So I felt that we ought to be moving the price up.
Now I'm going to keep on hammering this into you because you understand how much money you're losing a month.
I do now. Every time I let a room, I realise that I'm making a loss on it.
Well, so that should convince you that that extra £20 is what stands between you and not losing money.
With the rates increased, Alex turns her attention to Christina's clutter.
Have you cleaned massively? Have you got rid of stuff?
I've made a start.
Shall we go and have a look?
Yes, let's. Okay.
Right. Well, even from here, I can see that one thing has been taken away.
I'm glad you noticed that immediately. Yes, that's absent and in a box, packed away.
Is this shelf newly cleared?
Yes.
Now, I can't quite remember what was on this before.
Neither can I, but there is quite a bit.
Have you managed to squash it all in somewhere?
I've popped it over here.
There's still an awful lot of stuff in here.
I need to be more strict with myself.
You do, but you still get a tick.
Oh, thank you.
But a tick is no gold star, and more needs to be cleared.
Let's go.
With the boxes.
Start clearing now.
Let's do it.
What are you going to do with this stuff?
I'm going to put it in the barn.
You're not going to try and sell it, are you?
Oh, I might. That might be a good idea, do you think?
I hate this.
So do I.
That's in the rubbish pile.
Good.
Now, you see, this is looking much, much better, I think, anyway.
I don't like those blue things.
These blue things?
At all, any of them.
Can you deal with this?
Yes, it's much better.
Hooray!
The rooms have gone from overly stuffed to stylish.
Come on, let's take this downstairs and horrify Warwick.
Job done upstairs. Alex talks Christina and Warwick through her next plan of attack.
We need to attract as many different revenue streams as possible, and I'd love to try and attract the corporate business. I've got someone coming this afternoon who organises corporate events and away days, and I'm not going to stay here to hold your hand. I expect you to deal with her entirely on your own, to show her around and to encourage her to put some of their money your way. But we don't have long because she's arriving in about 20 minutes. But I have complete faith in you, Christina, and I'd like you to have complete faith in yourself.
So I feel as though it all hinges on me now. I quite like having someone else for it to hinge on. I hope I can sell it. I shall do my best. I shall be miserable if I fail.
For the business to survive, it'll need as many revenue streams as possible, and the corporate team-building market is a lucrative one. If Christina can overcome her lack of confidence, she could finally put the B&B into profit and save their home.
But here goes. Hope for the best. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Sharon from
Sharon.
Eventus.
Oh, hello. Good to meet you.
Alex told you I was coming?
She did, just. Come through, Sharon. This is the Honesty Bar.
How many people would you typically have, say, on one evening?
16 in the house.
16?
Yes. We're quite happy to have corporate business
And
all year round.
OK.
This is the dining room.
OK.
And we lay up a buffet here.
I thought on the website it said that you just did bed and breakfast.
Well, we do bed and breakfast, but we will do evening meals by arrangement if we have a group staying.
So if it was a corporate booking, you'd be able to cater for the whole thing?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
An important ingredient for any corporate away day is a meeting room, a potential stumbling block for Christina.
Where would people meet?
Well, we do either let them have this room or they use the bar. It just depends on the numbers, really.
Because it's, say, a group of 12, would you be able to have exclusive use of this hotel?
Oh, yes.
A guest house?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I've got no doubt that she would be a really good host. And I think for anybody wanting a unique venue with lots of character, I don't think you could do much better.
Today was a good day. We feel better. We feel reassured that we are going along the right tracks.
Yeah, I think things are improving. Things might be getting better.
Christina has done it. Now she needs to purge herself of the pile of unwanted junk.
Well, all this has accumulated in the bedrooms and the bathrooms over the years. I do feel much better, and I am much more pleased with the rooms, because when you go and look in there now, it just feels more spacious, and I think people benefit from feeling that they're arriving somewhere that isn't full of clutter.
Following Alex's advice to sell, Christina meets the hotel inspector at a local car boot sale.
How much do you want to sell that for?
Who? Her?
Her?
Oh, not much. £5.
I think you're going to be lucky to get £5 for her, darling.
Hello, very beautiful.
And this looked lovely in the West Wing.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Morning.
After a slow start, they make their first sale, and business begins to boom.
A fiver?
Well, a couple of pound, any go?
3?
You're a natural, Chris.
Oh, I'm not.
Roll up. Oh, that's Capo di Monte.
Oh, it's Capo di Monte. That's very valuable.
Yeah.
I might have to buy that.
Wonder that chap didn't pick
It's yours, you don't have to buy it.
Roll up, everybody.
Even the fornicating figurine is attracting interest.
Yes, I think we would.
I will.
Thank you very much.
So how do you feel about getting rid of the Scissor Sisters?
There'll be
Relieved.
nothing to talk about in our house.
Relieved.
I think there's plenty to talk about.
But I'm really glad they've gone.
Closing up! Last bargains!
With the Jacksons' junk jettisoned and £80 in their pockets, Alex is ready to reveal the final stage in her blueprint.
Now, Sharon from Aventus loved your place, and she's decided that she's going to actually run an event here.
Wonderful.
And it's the typical team building, day out, corporate thing. Mm-hmm. It's that Monday to Thursday trade, which is exactly what you need to keep this thing going. You know, this is the moment where it's kind of sink or swim, and I'm fully for the swimming option.
Yes. Now that you've mentioned it, yes. So are we. Definitely.
Yeah. Good.
If this event is a success and others follow, the business can turn a profit and stop the family from losing their home. It's the beginning of June, and Glangrwyney Court's big day has arrived. Its first ever corporate event for 12 important business people.
The people who are coming to stay are people who are recognised as being important members of different companies, and so, yes, we've got to do our best to make it work. Some people are from the Welsh Assembly.
Riddy and Morgan.
Where's mine? I think that it's most important that today does fall into place and go really well, because if it doesn't, well, then we'll just negate all our chances of having these people who have taken the risk of coming here.
Having never organised anything this size, Christina and her family must make it run smoothly.
I hate cooking.
Corporate delegates are notoriously demanding, and anything but superb service and fabulous food will spell disaster.
But this is very lumpy. It's going to cause me a lot of grief. Hello, Glangrwyney Court. I think the time at the moment is approaching 11:30, and any minute now, some of the candidates will be turning up. I feel I should really be rushing about and being much more efficient than I am.
It isn't long before the delegates begin to descend upon the house.
Hi.
Hi, Paul and Danielle.
Hello, Paul and Danielle. I'm Chris. Hello. So far, so good. I've shown in 4 people and I've actually put them in the right rooms. There we are. Your room is number 3. Sarah, you're in number 6, which is
So
just
far,
here. So good, I think. I hope.
Let me officially welcome you to Glangrwyney Court.
Over the next 24 hours, Glangrwyney's rooms and facilities will witness the weird and wonderful art of team building. This afternoon, Alex is returning.
How's it going so far?
It's going quite well, I hope. I think they're all happy.
And what's for dinner tonight?
And tonight, they're having chicken in white wine and a beef casserole with some vegetables.
Very
Absolutely.
nice.
So, hope they'll be satisfied.
And then what happens on the drinking front? Do they pay for drinks as they go?
I don't think they'll pay. I think that we'll give them some drinks.
You're not sure, are you?
No.
OK. Has it been costed in?
No.
Right, so then don't give them anything.
I thought it just might be a nice touch if I gave them something to have a drink.
Darling, think money, think bottom line, think all the things that I've been saying to you for weeks. So don't give anything more than you have costed in, because that is why you never go into the black.
Right.
OK?
Yep.
That is the goal. Keep that goal in mind.
OK.
All right.
While the captains of Welsh industry are busy bonding, inside there's a problem.
Warwick, can you have a look? Because there's a disaster under here. I think everybody will have their dinner in their laps, I'm afraid. On this day of all days, I feel helpless.
Once Warwick has turned the tables on the potential problem, the team-building afternoon gets deadly serious, with a murder mystery.
What do you mean competitive, not us?
Staff have all been really friendly, and it's a really nice sort of homely environment. So whereas these kind of corporate things, they tend to be in very sterile environments, this is a lot more homely and welcoming, so definitely enjoying the room.
But will Christina's first ever corporate dinner for 12 be her last supper?
The whole household's completely barking mad.
Don't argue amongst ourselves.
I'm nervous that they don't cock it up.
Hell?
It's early evening at Glangrwyney Court in South Wales. The family-run guest house and its proprietor, Christina Jackson, are in virgin territory.
I'm feeling as though something is about to go very terribly wrong. Because I'm a natural pessimist.
A corporate event is being hosted for the very first time. If it's a success, then the B&B could be saved from almost certain extinction.
OK, so we're going to have some champagne canapes now.
Can I help you with something?
So we need to find the champers.
Yes.
Apart from the disintegrating table, the day has run relatively smoothly. But the all-important dinner is still to come.
Success to everybody, yeah.
Tonight it's another Glangrwyney first, a three-course dinner for 12, prepared by Christina.
Are you feeling hungry after all that rushing about? You must be.
Downstairs.
Yes. It's very hard work, isn't it? I felt tired just watching. It's mostly leisure people, leisure visitors.
Can I suggest someone does a clear in there? Do you know what I mean, of empty bottles and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we won't.
Unable to stop herself, the hostess takes time out to mingle.
So they get a prize.
You have to keep a balance between being charming and making sure that the evening runs as it should.
It seems everything is spiralling out of control before it's even begun. The expert gives them a few pointers.
Marshal your staff, tell them what you expect everyone to do. Let's make sure that it runs really smoothly. Because, of course, we want the intimate, unique, family-run thing, but we also want efficient. Now you have to take control of the evening, make sure that everything runs like clockwork, please.
Right.
OK?
Yes. They said 10 minutes, not 5.
You'd like to come through into the room?
Absolutely, yes.
There doesn't seem to be any staff about the place. I'm not quite sure what's happening. This is where I get a little bit nervous.
Any waitresses around?
Alex's lessons are soon forgotten. Nobody's taken control, and the guests are left unattended in the dining room.
Help! And the black pepper should be on the table, but it isn't. Where's the black pepper, Rachel? Where's the black pepper gone?
I'm so nervous. So nervous that they don't cock it up, which seems immensely possible at this stage in the proceedings. Where's the jug of water? The whole household's completely barking mad.
Don't argue amongst ourselves. No.
Just the fact that these lovely, charming, very sweet-natured elves that are flittering about the place seem to have temporarily lost their minds.
With the dinner in danger of collapse, the hotel inspector steps into the breach once more.
So, for the next course,
Yes.
why don't we decide who's doing what?
Yes.
So that, you know, we get it the right way round this time.
Would you like some red or white?
Oh, yes, please.
The hotel inspector's advice seems to be working.
Everybody got wine. Yeah.
What's the atmosphere like over there, girls? Are they happy and smiling?
Yeah.
Oh, what a relief.
Finally, Christina starts to manage in the kitchen, and Warwick takes the front of house in hand, serving wine the delegates have paid for.
Here's the other vegetables to go over, for the other end of the table.
The assorted business people tuck into their main course, blissfully unaware of the teething troubles behind the scenes.
Well done. I don't feel as though it's well done. I feel as though I'm a nervous wreck.
The evening draws to a close, but will there be a happy ending for the Jacksons? The morning after, and Glangrwyney is in the last throes of its first corporate away day. The bleary-eyed delegates are enjoying breakfast. And Alex is hungry for feedback from Sharon, the event organiser.
Sharon, are you happy with how it went yesterday?
I think it's been great. It's been a real success. I think she's done a tremendous job. Everybody seems really happy. They had a lovely time. You know, there's so many things that are special about this place.
When you first arrived here, I thought you were going to take some convincing to be as enthusiastic about the place as I've become. But actually, you've become a convert quite quickly.
Well, I mean, she has got massive competition because there's some really good hotels up the road, but you wouldn't have exclusive use.
Would you say that you'd be able to use this place again?
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
With the corporate away day now officially a success, the hotel inspector sits the couple down one last time.
So Christina and Warwick, yesterday seems to have gone really well. Everybody I talked to enjoyed themselves. Sharon was thrilled by how the event went. So really, I'm very pleased. I think it was a good exercise. So please remember that you have to make sure that you make a profit. You give yourself a very hard time, Christina, forgetting that you have managed to stagger on all these years, despite apparently being useless. People come here because it's nice. Now, this is something that I'm constantly having to remind you, and when I'm not here, I think you need to, you know, write it in lipstick on your mirror or something. We do a good job, be proud of it. You know, because actually the fact that you have bookings is a testament to all your hard work, and as I said, the goodwill you've generated over more than a decade. You're still here. I think that you just have to have confidence in the fact that you have a lovely product.
I think this has been a very valuable exercise, and having your expertise here made a terrific difference, given us a lot of reassurance, really, about this place.
Well, I have huge faith in it here, darling. I really do. You've got a great team. Great business. You know, I just wish you every success, and I think, you know, you can do it. I'm absolutely convinced. I'm afraid the time has come for us to part.
This is very sad, Alex. We will miss you so much. And thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much, Alex.
You're a charming host. It's been lovely to meet you.
It's been a joy and a pleasure to have you here.
Bye. Bye-bye.
The hotel inspector leaves a tearful but more confident Christina Jackson. Glangrwyney Court's future is finally secure. Next time on the hotel inspector's first European campaign, war is declared in neutral Switzerland.
But you're saying that you don't want that market.
I haven't said I don't want the market. I'm not sure that actually how well that works here.
I'm going to insist that we set up this room the way that I envisaged it, and he can like it or bloody lump it.
You're obviously sensitive about your design.
I'm not sensitive about my design.
Talking to him is like trying to grasp hold of water.
Well, if you're brave enough to accept a visit from Alex or know somewhere that desperately needs the Hotel Inspector treatment, we want to hear from you. Get in touch at hotelinspector@5.tv. Next on 5, we've got an eerie sci-fi thriller starring Julianne Moore and Anthony Edwards, In the Forgotten.